I am Lace by Lace, the Lace Connoisseur. True Talk is powered by True Connoisseur Solutions, and we are here with Cliff Vmir.
What's up?
You look good.
Thank you. No, you look good.
Thank you.
I love that red. I was gonna get my nails that red color, but
thank you.
I wanted to calm it down.
No, but I like this white with the jet black hair. It's giving birthday. Like you didn't come to play.
Y'all know my birthday coming up. It's on Friday, so I'm just getting really prepped for it.
And look at you. Your birthday coming up and you doing giveaways.
Yeah.
Can you let us know what we have to give away?
So y'all listen, I know we were supposed to start at 7 o'clock. I know I had a little technical difficulty getting here. However, because we're late starting, we're actually adding 2 additional free mega vendor lists and also 2 additional free class tickets to the class in ATL on April 24th, okay? So make sure y'all stay tuned and make sure y'all are watching this at the end. That's when we do the giveaway, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that'll be a total of 4 mega vendor list giveaway and
You just said
4 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 4 tickets to the class.
4 tickets.
4
and 4
tickets
mega
to the
vendor
Lace class and 4 mega vendor lists. So what you want to do to be able to participate in our giveaway, you want to make sure you're texting Cliff to 912-670-6652. Again, text Cliff to 912-670-6652. This allows you to participate in the giveaway and to join us in the live. Let us know when you're done. Type done in the comment section when you've entered for the giveaway.
Yeah, y'all text me.
Okay, Cliff, so I want to take it back a little bit.
Okay, let's take it back.
I need them to know like where this all started.
Okay.
Because we know Cliff Vmir, the rap star.
Okay.
But I need to take it back to the 19-year-old hairstylist.
Well, it's actually, I started when I was 16.
16?
Yeah, 16.
The 16-year-old hairstylist.
Really, I started when I was 15, but everybody knows me from being the 16-year-old, hairstylist. Like, when I was 16, that's kind of when my name started buzzing a little bit, so we can go with 16.
16-year-old hairstylist. But before we jump right into it, I have to have my icebreakers.
Okay.
Cool you on off real quick.
Okay.
So we can get into it. All right. So, who is a rapper that you admire in the industry right now?
I mean, this is very cliche, but I really, really, really admire Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
You're a bar.
I am a bar.
A bar. What's your favorite song?
I like old Nicki, like Handstand. I like, what is it? Getting Paid. I like I Get Money. I like, Womp Womp. I mean, I like all the old Nicki.
All the old Nicki.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mixtape Nicki.
Bar Clip. Okay. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received and who gave it to you?
The best piece of advice I've ever received would definitely be... So I remember when I was like... I was probably 18, and I remember going all the way to Chicago, and someone had, and someone had basically paid me for a class, right? And they didn't pay me. They only paid me a deposit. And
when I how to do lace?
No, it was like a big class. It was me and like 2 other really amazing hairstylists, right? And I remember going all the way over there, and the person basically just started acting really crazy, and then they didn't pay me, right? However, I was still in Chicago, and they tried to cancel the class and everything, right? There was a woman out there, and she owned a black beauty supply school. I mean, a black beauty school. So she came to my hotel room, because I was actually getting ready to leave. She came to my hotel room and she said, Cliff, you have to remember, you have so many people who are like rooting for you, so many people who look up to you, so many people who just like love what you do. And she just basically told me, like, never let your supporters down. Those are the ones that's going to keep you rolling. Always try to please your supporters. And that was like one of the best things I ever could have did, because I feel like at the time, nobody wants their money to be played with. But also, I feel like I had people flying in from all across the world. And I just went ahead and I did the class for free.
That was dope. So rather than just like leaving, and then it's like you are a no show because people don't know the story of what behind it. You just kind of. Did you ever get paid at all?
I never got paid. But it was more so like my thing is I just love helping people, and I know a lot of people say that, but I like for people to come to my classes and leave and be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go do that on my client, because I was like that one time. Like, you know, back in the day, I would watch YouTube videos and be like, oh, I can't wait to try this technique on a sew-in tomorrow. So I know the eager feeling when like hair is like all you could think about. So, you know.
And that's April 24th?
April 24th is the class.
April 24th is the class. We're giving away 4 tickets to the Master Lace class with Cliff. And by the way, I gotta let you know that lace is laid.
Oh, thank you. Well,
lace is laid.
I didn't do my hair. My hair was actually done by Hair by Alicia today. And she slayed it. Yeah, she slayed it. And this is actually from the mega vendor list. This is Burmese curly. I have not like wet it or brushed it out. We kind of just left it big. I'm gonna wet it when I get home, but.
And I want to talk about that vendor list so they can know exactly what they're getting and like how that could definitely help kickstart the career.
Okay.
And it's free, so make sure you text Cliff to go ahead and be a part of the giveaway. Text Cliff. Okay. Has there ever been a time where you felt like you wanted to stop doing hair?
I don't do hair no more.
Oh.
Yeah, I stopped in 2017. Like my last day ever working in a salon behind a chair was December 29th, 2017.
So no bookings for any exclusive clients.
I mean, like my friends, and it's like really something that I'm battling with, because it's like my friends, they take advantage. They be like, oh, Cliff, I'm about to come over. You want to do me a quick sew-in real quick, blah, blah, blah. And it's like that kind of keeps me tapped into it. But I don't do hair no more. I don't take appointments. I don't care how much money it's for. Back in 2020, I was doing JT hair. 2020 and 2021, I was doing JT hair. But hair is just like, I feel like I'm past being behind the chair.
I'm with you with that. But do you miss it?
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do miss it. I miss like the passion I used to have for it. I miss like getting creative. I miss like, you know, like one time a girl from Africa, she had came to me, right? And I couldn't believe it. It was her first weave ever. And like, I remember when I did, and I have the video on my phone. She actually like, I'm doing a video and she just started busting out crying. Like, and I don't know, I just feel like making women confidence go from 0 to 100 was like my biggest thing. So that's really what I miss. Like I miss the real sincere part about it.
So that was the drive.
Yes, that was a drive. Like making all women feel beautiful. I mean, even without the weave, women are beautiful. But you know, when they get those inches, that's when the inner bad bitch comes out.
That confidence beyond 1,000. Like today, like when, you know, I'm sure when you put on your Burmese hair and I got my little hair together. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and just kind of take us through your journey, how you started when you were 15 or 16, establishing your brand at like such a young age. How did you accomplish all of that?
So I basically started like, well, I used to be like really, really young, like 6th grade, 7th grade, playing in people's hair. I used to like get in trouble, kicked out of class because I couldn't keep my hands to myself. I couldn't stay out of people's hair or whatever. But at one point, I really realized like, wow, hair is really what I want to do. I love the fact that it's something that I'm so obsessed with, but I can still get paid from it. Like, you know, I would do somebody's hair and really forget at the end that they have to pay me, you know? I used to like get in trouble, kicked out of class because I couldn't keep my hands to myself. I couldn't stay out of people's hair or whatever. But at one point, I really realized like, wow, hair is really what I want to do. I love the fact that it's something that I'm so obsessed with, but I can still get paid from it. Like, you know, I would do somebody's hair and really forget at the end that they have to pay me, you know? So, basically...
This was when you were 15?
Yeah, no, when I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
But as I got older, I remember like my mom, we moved into this house and it had a basement. And it was a wrap because that's where I took my clients at. And that's where I built myself up at. I was 15, but I had like every girl from my school, from all across the city, they all were coming to me and getting the $45 sew-ins, right? I promise you, I will show y'all pictures. These wasn't like it was never like, I never went through like a beginner stage. It always was like super laid, super flawless. Like, so it went from that, and then like different people at different salons was hitting me up. And at the time, you know, 15, 16, I'm kind of scared. I'm thinking like, wow, $200, $150 a week. That's $800 a month. I can't afford that. Like, that's what I'm thinking at the time, because I'm only 15. You know, $800 a month for a 15-year-old, that's a lot of money. But one day I kind of basically just stepped out on faith, and I started working at a salon in Wilmington called Fixated. And I really feel like it changed my life. Like, the girls I went in there and worked with, they were so humble. They were so uplifting. I'm talking girls who were like in their like late 20s, early 30s. They just made me feel like, you ever like been in a work environment and you love what you do? Like, I used to be in school counting down, like, okay, I got 10 more minutes and I'm going to the shop. Like, I just used to feel so great walking in that salon. And when you're around good energy, I just feel like it just keeps you going. So it went from that to me really utilizing my Instagram. And I remember people used to be like, they used to be coming in from like Baltimore. They would be like, you are not 16. They used to be like, let me see your driver's license. You know, so I started using my age as a marketing tool. Because, you know, I mean, nowadays we do have a lot of young stylists, but they wasn't doing it how I was doing it.
They weren't doing like you
doing it how I was doing it.
You better speak on it.
So basically that led to me like just touring across the world with like doing classes and different artists. I used to sit at school, and then one thing led to another, and then I moved to Atlanta, and then it just was up.
So let me ask you this, just hearing about how passionate you were and like how you were counting down the, you know, the seconds just to get to the salon. What do you think transpired from that point when you were so passionate and couldn't live without it to now where you're just kind of like, I'm over it?
I just really feel like it was more so like the experiences I went through, because like I really can be a very, very like sweetheart, but I also have like a side of me that like I don't know how to explain it. Like, okay, so it's like when I feel disrespected or when I feel like somebody is trying me, like, I just don't know how to, like, stop taking it, you know, going left or whatever. And, you know, sometimes you have people who will get, like, their hair done and, you know, you have a big name and they feel like, okay, let me go on YouTube and bash him. Or let me make a post and, you know, it's been a week and one of my tracks have lifted. Let me, you know, so things like that made me not want to do it no more. Like, I felt like, darn, I'm sharing my passion and my craft with you, and you going to turn around and do that? Like, you could have just texted me and said, hey, I had a track coming up, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I feel like the bigger I got, the bigger clout chasers I started to get. It started with clients, and then it was like other hairstylists. Like, I remember I had a class with over 250 people there, and I remember like people was like, oh, they made it a big fashion show. I thought it was a class, but we just wanted to have fun. Right. You know, because as a hairstylist, like, you don't always have to be snooty and professional. You can definitely be lit and turn and do your client's hair. So it was more so like the backlash and the negativity I got. It just was like, girl, fuck hair. That's basically how I felt. So,
and you know what? I think this is a good spot to bring up the different energies.
Yeah, like, I mean, you have people they might sit in your chair and they might be on medicine, like, you know, like seconds away from ticking off, like, you know. And I always tell people, energy is very transferable. Right. If you sit somebody in your chair and they're having a fucked up day, or they're like going through some shit, if you like talk to them enough, like, I don't know, for me, I just feel like it's very transferable.
You can feel it.
Yeah, you could definitely feel it.
You can start your day off like very happy, cheerful, ready to get it going, and then you can feel when somebody's just like, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes or whatever the energy they have, they bring in with them. Yeah. So did you have like a routine or anything that you could do on the daily that helps you get yourself together and, you know, keep yourself together? Definitely.
Well, first of all, like, I don't know why, looking back, I really don't know why, but I used to have like 4 assistants when I was in high school. Like, I mean, I used to come in from school at like 3 o'clock and I would have about 5 girls waiting on me like every day, and I just remember I had like a runner. I had somebody running to the store for me, grabbing me food, snacks, chips. I don't know what I was going through. I had another person going to go ship my orders. I had a personal assistant who used to stand by my side, and if I said, can you thread these needles? Can you hand me that glue? Can you put some glue? Like, they literally did everything. As far as like making my car, maintenance appointments and stuff. I had a braider. Like, I just kind of like was just putting money in everybody's pocket, but it definitely helped me. I had like emotion. I mean, people was coming in, the braider would shampoo and wash them. Or I would have about like 20 needles threaded. I mean, nobody.
In rotation.
It was a rotation.
Give the girls in formation.
Formation. So it's basically like if a girl was coming to me, if I wasn't like doing hair all day and they might have been one of my last clients, you'll probably be in the salon maybe about 3 hours and you're getting a whole shampoo, braid down, sewing, layers, big body curls, and you're out. Like I just had
that was good.
Yeah.
What were they appointment only?
Yeah, appointment only.
Okay, cool. So with that, when you decided it's enough with hair, did you already have a passion for music and rap, or is that something you just discovered along the way, or something that was just kind of like, let me try this?
So I didn't used to rap. I used to know how to sing when I was like really, really young. I feel like me wanting to rap came about when I was probably like 18. I used to go to the studio and just like say these little crazy raps, but I never used to do nothing with them. But one thing I noticed about myself as becoming like a big celebrity hairstylist, having all this attention on me, I noticed that I really love to entertain people. Like I feel like when I had a class, the biggest thing for me was to make sure I kept my students entertained. Even if it was like chucking a little laugh or, you know, something. I just, you know, made sure I wanted to entertain, you know, my fans or whatever. So, I don't know. Being an artist, I feel like that's kind of like, because think about it. If you could be a hairstylist, right? And you could be going to hair shows and you can go all across the world at different, in different airports and stuff. And people are coming up to you crying, like telling you how much they love you and how much like you inspire them. I feel like, why can't I be an artist? Like, if I got fans crying for me and I'm a hairstylist, just imagine what they would do if I blew up and became an artist. So that's.
And what do you think made people gravitate more towards you? Do you think it's because you started so young, or?
It was just like a multiple amount of things. It was because I started young. It's because I don't take no shit. Like I'm always quick to like tell somebody off. I just feel like it was my personality, how creative I was, my drive, how ambitious I was, how I used to put a lot of people on. I don't know. I just feel like it just was, but that's always naturally been me. Like even before Instagram, I just feel like people always gravitated towards me. So,
do you consider yourself to be one of those influencers that not only show the highlight reel of your life, but also lets your fans or your audience into the real world?
No, I don't let them in.
You don't let them in?
No, and you know why I don't? Because when I was younger, I used to put a lot of my business out on social media. Like if I fell out with a friend or if something bad happened, right? And people like to use those things against you. And I always tell people, social media is not what it used to be back in 2015 or 2014. It is like you go through the shade room comments, baby, they're having a competition on who could say the meanest comment. Like,
oh gosh. So
it's just like, I don't, you know, I really don't even care to, I mean, me personally, if I didn't make money from it, I wouldn't be on social media. I be trying to connect with my follower, but it's so hard because when I start connecting with them, somebody comes and just,
it's almost like you have to choose between peace and being socially active.
Yeah, and I don't really care about being socially active. I care about my peace.
I feel that. And I think that comes with maturity too. And I guess it's probably just something you have to learn how to balance as well, because you know, social media, especially, you know, now in the way that you're going with branding, you're going to have to stay in contact, but then at what level? Do you feel like you found that perfect level of balance yet, or are you still working on it?
I think I'm still working on it. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I ain't posting like 2 weeks. Like, like let me, you know, but I feel like when people don't, because you got to remember, I used to be a hairstylist, so I used to have to post on Instagram every single day. You know, when you're a hairstylist, you post every day, people see your work, they book appointments and stuff. Now that I'm not doing hair anymore, sometimes I forget, like, oh, I got to post a picture of myself, or, oh my God, I got to, you know, I got to interact with my followers, or, oh my God, maybe I should go live, you know, so, I don't know. I'm working towards that. I definitely want to start being able to upload like every day. Cause I'm a character. I'm a character. But yeah, I'm working on it.
And I get what you're saying, because if you're running a business on social media, if you let them see that friendlier side of you or that goofy side of you, they're not gonna take you serious in the business mode, and you just really want to keep that wall up. Like,
I do.
Like, but pray for me, don't play with me.
But you know what? Like, everybody tells me, like, Cliff, you have to like show your personality. Like, come on, like the type of stuff I do, the type of stuff I say, how I act, like. They be like, yo, you're tripping. Like, why don't you upload stuff like that? And I be like, you know, because naturally I'm shy for real. So it's just like, yeah, I'm very shy. Okay. I just know how to talk. That's all.
Do you consider yourself more of an introvert?
What's an introvert?
Like, you like to say to yourself, like, you go into your...
I do. Like, me and my man be at home. I would lay on the couch all day and just be working on my phone. Like, friends will call, like, let's go get hookah. Let's go get brunch. I'll be like, I don't feel like it. Like, I love to be alone.
But are there certain people that you, like, would rather kick it with? You know how you can have, you have your groups, like, with these people, I know I can just be myself and wild out and not worry about anybody judging me. I can just have a good time. But when I'm around these group of people, I just have to kind of keep myself together. No,
like, everybody, basically, that I'm around, it's like, what you see is what you get with me. So, like, I'm going to always be me. If I got to cuss somebody out, if I got to act ratchet, if I want to, you know, scream at the top of my lungs or have, like, a loud outburst in the car while we all driving, like, I just always have been myself. So I'm just more, I just feel like it's because I got older. Like, I'm about to be 25 on Friday. So it's just like, yeah. So it's like, you know, a lot of things that I used to do when I was like 16, 17, 18, I don't really care to do no more, you know, so.
Is this your first time sharing with your audience what made you deter from following your passion with hair?
I actually did it last week because they were like, oh my God, I had so many comments. What made you stop? What made you, I mean, it just kept coming up. That and weight loss, oh my gosh, kept coming up. And I just finally answered it.
And did you do it from a vulnerable state, like, hey,
I did, but you know what? I don't know if you've seen, but on my page, I was arguing with somebody on my live. Because in the middle of me being vulnerable, somebody commented something really rude, and then we just started going.
So instead of you trying to be genuine and really share how people being rude in the first place, and I hope the audience is catching this. Basically, what you just said to me is that you've had a passion since you were about 15 years old for hair, a love for hair, but through social media, people could be such bullies and rude.
And you know, I wouldn't really call them bullies because in my eyes, when you call somebody a bully, that's like, I feel like that's telling like somebody like, oh, I'm scared, you're a bully. Like, no, I just think they get like cyber savvy, and
I like that.
You know, they really be forgetting, like, because if I was to see any of them in person, I just would be like, so what you know, what was that about? Like, you know, but.
So let me ask you this, Cliff. So for the people who say they may want to become a rapper or an artist and they don't have the funds like that to go ahead and fund their own stuff, what are the other options?
I definitely feel like TikTok right now was like really huge. Like, because I feel like I was so strong at being a hairstylist. Like, that's like Nicki Minaj saying that she wants to stop rapping and become a hairstylist. Like, they're going to be like, girl, no. Keep rapping. So that's how it was with me. So it's like I gotta prove myself extra harder. But what I will say is, like, I uploaded a freestyle on TikTok and they got 1 million views. You know, so TikTok, like, you don't even have to be a big person, like a social media person, to blow up on TikTok. It's just more so one of those luck things, like, or
talent and creativity.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So once you make your video, do you pitch it to different, like? Okay, so as an independent artist, do you choose to be an independent artist, or you're an independent artist until you were signed to a label? I'm
independent until I signed to a label. I have been like approached by like certain situations, but they just wasn't really making any sense, or it just wasn't like, it wasn't no money that was going to make me feel like I wanted to sign with them, you know, so I feel like until I get the right deal, I'll just keep funding myself.
So that's similar to those stories that we may hear about, like where the artist come out and says, you know, I was under this label for all this time and they never paid me a dime. That's the kind of stuff.
I mean, that, and also like people see a number and they don't read. They might read a contract and it might say $1 million, but in fine print it might say we're giving you $50,000 in advance and we're going to put, you know, $950,000 into your videos and your marketing, and you gonna get paid until you make, you know. People just have to learn how to read. When people put those like boo-hoo messages on Instagram about the label they've been in, I'd be like, child, you should have read it. You should have had a lawyer. You should have read it.
Okay, and I was just about to ask, is it better to come equipped with an attorney or?
Yeah, and some attorneys will charge you. Real good lawyers who are attorneys who will charge you a percentage. They might be like, oh, give me 0.5% of what they're giving you, and I'll break it down to you, and I'll make sure everything is good.
And they'll represent you along.
And some might even negotiate it with you.
Okay, so that's good. So let's talk about, we've talked about, you know, the hair industry. Do you feel like with the rap industry though, is it harder to establish yourself? It is. It is.
It is. It's very hard. But it's hard, but I'm not going to give up. And one reason why I say it's hard is because I'm not just like a regular rapper. I'm not even going to call myself like a LGBT rapper. I'm just a rapper that happens to be LGBT. So, you know, that makes it a lot harder. Right now, well, you know, back in the day, remember, men used to dominate hip-hop in the 90s. Then I feel like, you know, starting like maybe 2015, I feel like that's when females started having their shine. But I really feel like soon, there's going to be like so many LGBT mainstream artists. Like, so I just feel like it's only a matter of time. Yeah.
Now, what about the competitiveness in the rap industry? I know you said, you know, we were talking off camera, and we know how it can be in the hair industry, but do you feel like it's a little bit worse in the rap industry or the music industry?
It is, but it isn't, because, like, I don't even care if an artist is bigger than me. I just feel like a person can't be me, and I can't be a person that I don't want to be. So, you know, that's just how that goes. But I don't really like to compare myself, and I've always been like this. I don't like to compare myself against other people, because I feel like I have a different purpose, like, than what somebody else's purpose might be. Like, somebody's purpose might be to, you know, make sure their mom get out the hood. Like, my purpose might be, oh, let me make sure when I have kids and their kids and their kids, you know, like, yeah, you know, and everybody has a different, like, motive that they're going behind. Like me, my thing is more so like gorgeous gangster. And I say that because like my, basically like what I go by, my motto is basically like, be a boss, get your own money, be a gangster while you're doing it. And, you know, understand you don't need a guy, like, you know. So everybody basically has like a different motto.
I like that. And I'm going to pivot just a little bit further. I ask that because, you know, you often hear like the beef between rappers, like, you know, maybe the Cardi and the Nicki, or the Nicki and the Kim. Right. So I feel like, do you feel like it's really beef within the industry, or do you feel like it's more so fans pushing people?
It's the fans.
And audience, I would try to weigh in on this. Do you feel like it's possible for the fans of an artist to push beef amongst each other? Or do you feel like it's more so something, because I don't really follow it closely, but do you follow that closely, like the Nicki versus Cardi, the Cardi?
No, I don't follow that, because I really do feel like it was like the fans.
The fans? Yeah. And I was about to say, because they probably never even had a beef, ever.
I mean, I definitely feel like it probably became one because of the fans. But you have to remember, like, anytime Cardi's name is brought up, they bring up Nicki's name. Anytime Nicki's name is brought up, they bring up Cardi. So it's just like, it be the fans that do that. Like, it, you know, and I don't think they understand that when people compare you to somebody else, eventually it creates something.
A whole beat.
So that's why I said I don't like being compared, because, like, I just feel like bitch, don't compare me to nobody. Like,
look,
just
don't start nothing with me. Did the audience weigh in on that, guys? As far as the rap industry beef, do they feel like it's the fans that pushes the artists against each other? More so than they're really genuinely being a beef?
Mostly, they said the fans stir the pot. Mostly. It takes two, but mostly it looks like the fans stir the pot.
Okay. Since we're talking about Nicki, I know she recently had an interview with Joe Budden. And one of the things they discussed was the rapper starter kit. And in the rapper starter kit, let me just go over what Miss Nicki said the rapper starter kit is. And I want your insight on that when I find my card. Nicki says in the female rapper starter kit, there's colorful hair, thick body, and fitted outfits. What do you think?
I agree. I feel like there's colorful hair, ass shaking, talking about pussy popping, trying to be like the most ratchet. Like, you know, I feel like what really made Nikki pop, like Nikki might have talked her little shit, but Nikki is a lady. Like, she knows how to, like, remember when she used to be with Young Money? Like, she really carried herself as such, like a lady. And I feel like some of these girls don't know how to carry themselves as a lady. I'm not a lady, but I'm still going to carry myself at a great, I'm not going to just be looked at as like a smut or like, you know, I'm going to know how to carry myself. And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to carry themselves. They feel like shaking their butts, wearing like, you know, thotty things and stuff, and rapping a lyric, that's going to get you put on. Right. No, that don't happen for everybody.
So you feel like there definitely is an industry standard, but you feel like we need to move a little further away from that?
We do. We like, why can't you be a classy rapper? Why can't you be, you know, a rapper that is more so like, okay, remember, like, okay, let's look at Remy Ma, right? Remy Ma is not a rapper that is going to sell sex. Remy Ma is more so thug. You know, she's more so, like, you don't ever really see her without no clothes. You always see her very covered up. Like, why we can't get more rappers like that? And let's actually focus on the bars. Let's not, because, I mean, I have, like, nasty songs, too, but let's take the nastiness away. Let's take away the bust downs, the APs, the rich niggas, and all that. And let's really rap and use our brains.
Cliff.
What's up?
You said something about bars.
Yeah.
Let's get to the bars.
Okay.
You want to get to the bars?
Let's get to the bars.
You gonna drop one for us?
No, you gonna go first.
Look! You know, that ain't really my field.
I know, but
my talent.
Go ahead. I had to teach myself, so you
let me see if I can get some bars that is it okay if I rewrite my lines? Are
you gonna read them?
Yeah, I'm gonna read them. Yeah. So do you freestyle?
I'm working on learning how to freestyle. I don't freestyle.
So you write yours?
I write mine.
You have something waiting for today?
I have it in my head.
I gotta figure something out.
Oh, you ain't do it?
Let me get my phone. See if I can get a beat drop real quick.
I'm gonna do mine with no beat.
No beat? Okay, well I'm just, you know, starting out.
Yeah.
Oh no. Can I get my phone? I'm gonna get let me see if I can remember it. Okay. Let me just let you go first. I ain't gonna even play with people's time. Hey, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Let's get to the real bars. Go ahead.
All right. I work with big bosses. Come and step in the bitch office. I'm a big baller. Make all these niggas in a big office. Ain't a shit starter. It's just seen how a bitch call it. Said you big spending, boy, your account needs some quick audit. I put the pedal to the metal in orange you never been in. Everything I rock when it's made is limited edition. With the same bitches who been here with me since the beginning. Went from fixing up to left, now I'm working, putting that pen in. I'm the CEO of my business. I'm pushing shit to the limit. Always said by any means, it don't matter, yeah, I'ma get it. Been the same bitch from the start, gonna be the same when I finish. Half the goals you hoes pursuing, Cliff Vmir already did it, bitch. Here we go.
Okay, Cliff.
Bars.
Okay, can we get some hearts, some bars? Thank you. I ain't gonna even try to follow up on that. We're supposed to have a rap battle, but Cliff, I ain't even qualified.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, let me get my lines. I'm inspired.
But this ain't the. And Cliff, the people said period.
The people said period. Period. Should I give it a shot, y'all? Let me tell me what the audience. Should I hold y'all or no? Let me know what they say.
Bars. And I'm gonna come after
you. Gonna come?
Yeah.
They ready? They ready? Okay, start it over. Drop my beat.
Alright, there, girl.
Giving slay like I work in Santa's factory. They talking lace, it's gonna always be a match for me. Okay. Behind the chair, they don't really want to match with me. It's giving scalp, so they think the wig attached to me.
Okay, hold on. Start it over real quick.
Start it back.
So we gonna go back and forth?
No, I can't get it. No, that was it. I did, y'all. Y'all gotta let me know.
Alright, here we go.
They dead. They loved it. Okay.
First off, before we finish, name who better than me? You need who actually competed that's better than me. That nigga wanna hit, but I can let him tap it for free. This $1 million pussy nigga, since you asking the fee. Got these bitches mad, but they ain't really asking for beat. Yeah, all your bitches ain't up, but none ain't better than me. There's a problem, it get handled and get settled for me. You know I'm everything these little bitches never could be. You know I stay up out the mix. Push a foreign whip, I don't politic with a hoe. Once I spoken in bitches it. If you hating with no money, bitch, then get some. If I gotta do this shit myself, it's still a get done. Do the nasty in the whip, I just play with the tip. Oh, hoe ain't nothing like me and I'm nothing like the bitch. I'm the baddest as they come. How much icy as it get? I ain't flexing, I ain't bluffing. I live off the shit I spit. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was good, too.
Yeah, okay.
Look, and then don't tell me about we don't have a rap battle. Look how you do.
I like, you know, we have so many people that say like, oh, I want to be a rapper, and they start coming out talking about whatever they want to talk about and sounding crazy. Like, I wanted to be an all-around artist. Like, I wanted to make sure, like, even in an interview, I know how to hold myself well. You know, some people don't even know how to talk in an interview, but they're an artist, you know. So I just did a lot with artist development stuff, you know.
So when you're having to spend that type of money out, though, what do you look towards to recover that?
Hopefully being able to blow up, and that's just the faith that I have within myself. And I feel like if you don't have faith, you don't have nothing. If you're not willing to risk $30,000 on a video, or, you know, whatever, $20,000 behind marketing or whatever, you must not see no type of faith in yourself, you know.